Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying well. I hope you're all well and safe in your countries. I hope everything's going good. Is it back to normality, or are you still in a lockdown? Leave your comments below. Let's get on to an issue, guys. About a year ago, I did a video, and actually, I was going through that video today, and I was responding to a lot of Errol Spence fans. I did a video saying that I think Manny Pacquiao can beat Errol Spence. And you know what? A lot of Errol Spence fans jumped on me. They jumped on me and saying that, oh, this guy doesn't know anything about boxing. He's talking nonsense. And I replied back to all of those Spence fans today. To be honest, I didn't respond to any of those comments back then. But today I went through it and I thought, let me just, I got a bit of free time on my hands. Let me go through some of those comments. Went through and replied, and they replied back, to be fair. Some of the Errol Spence fans feel like how dare you even say that Manny Pacquiao can beat Errol Spence? Errol Spence is something else. Errol Spence is on another level. Obviously, this was a year ago, and at that point, Errol Spence hadn't faced Mikey Garcia and he hadn't faced Sean Porter. Here's the thing, right? In that time, Manny Pacquiao also beat Keith Thurman. Then they came back at me saying, well, Keith Thurman wasn't the same Keith Thurman. He was over the hill. That's why Pacquiao fought him. Let's not forget, guys, Pacquiao's 41. He just beat a Keith Thurman, yet you're saying Keith Thurman is over the hill, yet Pacquiao's 41. So you're saying I'm trying to take credit away from Errol Spence. What are you guys doing for taking away credit? And listen, I understand Errol Spence is a hard fight for Manny Pacquiao. I don't believe what some people say. I know it's a very hard fight. I know it's a fight where Manny could lose. But one thing you guys are in an illusion is that you think Errol Spence is going to destroy Manny Pacquiao, and that's not going to happen because he didn't destroy Porter. Now, a lot of you said styles make fights and Porter. Well, no, that's not what a lot of you guys were saying before the Porter fight. A lot of you guys were saying Errol Spence will destroy Porter, and all the pundits thought that Errol Spence will destroy Porter, and it didn't happen. Then all of a sudden, you change your tone after the Errol Spence the Porter fight, saying, well, Porter always was going to be a tough fight. It was never going to be an easy fight for Spence. What, a tough fight where it was a split decision, where a lot of people thought the fight was life and death and the fight could have gone either way. That kind of fight. This is what I'm trying to say. Well, listen, I know Spence could beat Pacquiao. I'm not an idiot. I know Spence can beat Pacquiao. But for you guys to just make it out like me thinking that Manny Pacquiao has a chance to beat Errol Spence is stupid, and I'm delusional by thinking that Spence's resume is not that great yet, guys. He's not got a Hall of Fame resume. He's still fighting. He's still gonna fight on, right? And now me saying that Manny Pacquiao has a chance of beating, I'm not saying he will. I'm saying Manny Pacquiao has a chance of beating Errol Spence. Now the comments that I made a year ago are even more credible. Firstly, Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman. Secondly, Errol Spence has suffered an accident. And we don't know what Errol Spence has got left. So the comments that I made a year ago now are even more credible. One Spence fan actually retracted his comments and said, Spence won't be ready for another 12, 18 months. He's gonna need tune-up fights. Well, in this current climate and the pandemic we're going through, there isn't going to be time for tune-up fights. There isn't going to be time for 12 to 18 months because by then Spence will become irrelevant. If he starts taking tune-up fights or starts fighting lower level competition for 12 to 18 months, this current climate is not going to allow it. We're just going through a pandemic. We're just going through a situation where he's not going to be able to get paid for tune-up fights. No one's going to be looking to pay Errol Spence for tune-up fights. He's going to have to jump into big fights straight away, especially after this current climate. And he's also said himself that he's willing to jump into a big fight. Here's the thing. If Manny Pacquiao does manage to pull off a victory against Errol Spence, which, I'll say it is no easy feat for Pacquiao. It's a hard fight. I just see it that a lot of Errol Spence fans are going to say that Errol Spence wasn't the same after the accident, which is a load of baloney. That's what they've said with the Thurman fight. The Spence fans are saying, well, and some Spence fans are good. I'm not pointing to every Spence fan because some Spence fans understand. A lot of Spence fans have said to me that they feel that Pacquiao is going to be a tough fight for Spence. It's not going to be that easy. They feel Spence is going to win, but they think it's going to be a tough fight. So it's not to all of you, but to some of you that just think that Manny gets destroyed. Simply, he is not going to get destroyed. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good competitive fight, like the Thurman fight. And I'm going to do a video about Thurman Spence. I've said to you guys that I think Errol Spence beats Thurman. But again, that's no easy fight for Spence. A lot of the Spence fam have Spence on a level that he can't be touched, like he's something special, right? Porter already showed you guys that he can be touched. That was a split decision, guys. Think about it. That was a split decision. Spence and Porter was a split decision. Thurman beat Thurman beat Porter more convincingly than Spence did. A lot of you saying, well, Porter will be a tough fight for Manny. Yeah, of course it would. I'm not saying Porter won't be a tough fight, but I still think Manny beats Porter. You know, let's look at it this way. Thurman beat Porter and Manny beat Thurman. Now, for you to say, well, that's not the same Thurman, well, it's a load of baloney. The fact is, Thurman was still good. He was still a good fighter. He still punched. And actually, Thurman performed very well against Pacquiao. Thurman was really good against Pacquiao, I thought. Would a sharper Thurman not have got dropped? Let's not forget Thurman before, when he was in his prime, like what you guys are saying, he got hurt, didn't he? Collazo hurt him. You know, he got hurt. Porter hurt him to the body. Manny hurt him to the body. What was the difference? There was no difference. Manny just put him down. Thurman hadn't been down like that before. You know, Manny put him down. But for you guys to say it wasn't the same, I didn't see much difference. Yeah, Thurman, did he have the same hunger? Yes, probably not. But he fought really well. He was hungry for that fight because he was fighting a legend. He was motivated for that fight. And let's not forget, Thurman was talking all that smack before the fight. He was confident he was going to put a beating on. And a lot of you Spence fans thought Pacquiao would get beat as well. Because I saw the comment section where you were saying Thurman destroys Pacquiao. Even after the injury and the 2-year layoff, you thought Thurman would beat Pacquiao. Don't lie about it now. You thought Thurman would beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao surprised you when he beat Thurman. So all this hate towards Manny Pacquiao, and like I say, I'll say it again, Spence could beat Manny Pacquiao. There's no doubt about it. But for you guys to make it out like Manny gets destroyed by Spence and he's no challenge, and like, what are you talking about? Do you know who you're talking about? You're talking about one of the greatest fighters of all time. You're talking about an 8 division world champion. You're talking about a guy that's gonna be maybe top 10 greatest fighter of all time when it's all said and done. Where you want to put him in that top 10, I don't know. You guys can make that decision. But you're looking at somebody that great. So for you to say that Spence just destroys him, come on. Come on. Spence isn't even a top 50 greatest fighter of all time. And that's not hating on him. That's just the truth. At the minute, there'll be 50 to 100 fighters that have come in boxing that were greater than Errol Spence. Because he hasn't proven that kind of greatness yet. He's still got to prove it. So what I'm trying to say is for you to be so dismissive and say Pacquiao gets destroyed by Errol Spence and not actually looking at what Pacquiao's done throughout his career and what he's recently done. Pacquiao's got a better win than Spence and Crawford in the welterweight division. Thurman. Let's not forget Pacquiao beat a world champion in Thurman. Thurman, Spence, and Crawford were world champions. Pacquiao just beat a world champion. Thurman wasn't a guy that wasn't world champion. He was world champion at that point when Pacquiao beat him. He was world champion. So, like I said, I think a lot of you are trying to take away Pacquiao's shine. But I do think that, you know, this isn't going to be as easy fight for Spence as what you guys think. Spence is going to be in a tough fight against Pacquiao. Who wins? It's a very close fight. You know, 55-45 or 50-50, 60-40 in favor of Spence. It's very close. It's not as easy, especially after seeing the Porter fight. But leave your thoughts, guys. I want to know your guys' opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think Spence wins the fight? Or do you think Manny, or some of Manny fans think Manny wins the fight? I think it's a great fight. I think it's a fight that could go either way. I'm just being honest. Especially after Spence's accident. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.
I want to thank you all for me reaching 7,000 subs. I appreciate your support. Guys, as you can probably see from my channel art, I have recently started Patreon and Blogger. If you were to click on this icon here, it will take you to my Patreon page, and I just want to take you through my Patreon page. So at the minute, I've got two options. Hopefully, I will increase this if my Patreon grows. But at the minute, I've got one option, which is $1 a month fan donation, which will obviously help me produce better quality content on YouTube and faster for you guys. And I've got another option of $3 a month for 2 live streams a week discussing boxing with myself. You guys will get to speak to me face to face. And I'll take you to my boxing blog. So if you were to click on this B sign here, it will take you to my boxing blogs, which is this page here. And all you have to do is click on here, and that will take you to my boxing blogs where you can see all my different articles that I've wrote. So as you can see, I've wrote 6 articles about different topics. So if you want to click on one of my articles, all you got to do is click on this, and it will take you straight to the article, and you can read it, and you can then go back and read the others if you would like. But yeah, guys, I thought I'd just highlight this to you. So make sure to read my articles. Make sure to subscribe to my Patreon if you're interested. And guys, I thank you for your support. I thank you for me reaching 7,000 subs. Guys, I'm out.